Hello everyone, my name is Hector. I am a Unity developer and I wanted to do a quick tutorial on the invoke method and the invoke repeating method. Both are very useful and they're not talked about very often. In fact, I don't think I've seen a tutorial on it. So I wanted to make one real quick for you. So what's an invoke? An invoke is it's a timer. It allows you to the invoke it's a one-shot timer, so basically like a countdown clock. And let me show you what that looks like over here. That's right there, the whole thing. You type in invoke, and then as you can see, you got to give it the name of the method you're going to call and how long in a float, how long before you call it. By the way, no, it doesn't necessarily have to be a float. It can actually be an int. See, int 32, doesn't care. As long as you can get away with it, it's right. But if you do that, it'll see it as a double. So you got to put the F to tell it it's a float. That's the only big deal. So look, what the invoke is going to do is that it's going to look for this method, which is right there, and it's going to print this out. So let's see it in action, right? So I made give it a moment to compile. So I created an empty object by, you guys, I'm sure, have seen this. You go like this, create empty. And it can stay like that. In this case, the empty, and I put the script in it. So, for simplicity's sake, we can, you can see it's on, it's there. And by the way, you can just literally drag and drop these in there. We won't do that. So we'll leave it on that one. And then now what we're going to do is we'll press play. So it should wait 4 seconds and then do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, there it is, lit off. And that's what it does. It's a one shot, okay? That's useful if you need it. And trust me, there are moments, there are times when these things come really in handy. Where you just need something to happen after something else, but it can't be attached to the one method you had created. So you have it call, the invoke goes out and calls for you, waits, and then does it. Because certain things have to happen in certain, in particular sequences. So let's go back to the script and talk about the next one, which is invoke repeat, right? So invoke repeating is exactly like invoke, except, let me uncomment that, it's going to repeat. That's all it's going to do. Here we go. See? It needs the name of the method, the initial time, that's the first float, that's the time it's going to wait before it executes for the first time, and then the repeat rate is how long it's going to wait before it does it again and again and again, and it keeps going forever. As long as the program is running, it is doing it. So so in this case, what we have is our invoke calls this method, my method one. My method one is executes my method two, which calls this, obviously this is my method two, and then it has the invoke repeating in it, which calls method 3. And let's see it in action. So now, let's clear this guy. Press that. Play button. Boom. And in 4 seconds, we'll see the first one. Boom. That's the first, that's the invoke. And then it's setting off a cascade, see? And now it's going to the invoke repeating. And in 5 seconds, that'll go again. And in 5 more seconds, it'll go again. And so forth and so on. And for those of you who don't know what something like this could be used for, I use it right now in an application I developed for checking whether an application is still connected to Wi-Fi by simply making a call out to Google and 2 other websites and web addresses. And if they fail, it comes back and says, hey, turn this off, turn the Wi-Fi off, show the icon that it's off and so forth. There are other ways of doing that, but this is just a stupid, easy way of doing it. So I wanted to show you how invoke and invoke repeating worked. And, just feel free to copy this and modify it to your heart's content, okay? So if you guys like this, let me know, leave me some comments, ask questions, I'll answer them if I can. Subscribe, like, and hit the bell icon so that you know when I'm putting up my next in my next tutorial that for some reason no one talks about. Okay, so have a good one.